Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. So in the last episode, we finally defeated the adventure campaign using only the worst units in the game, so like squires and hobbits and all that stuff. But now I think we've got a different thing to do. What I'm going to do is first I'm going to pass the adventure campaign with only using the evil units and then the good, to see how easily I can beat them. So let's just go ahead and start off. Pretty much farming the adventure campaign at this point. But anyway, let's just go ahead and jump into it. This is going to be a pretty easy level right off the bat. Let's just go ahead and put like one death bringer and let's say a couple exiled sentinels. Actually no, probably cultist and this guy. The death bringer is 100% going to carry. Let's just get to this first level over with. Personally I think the evil faction is going to do a little bit better than the good faction when we compare them. I mean, like, look at that. This Death Bringer just absolutely one-shotting these chieftains, although he did take a couple of hits, which is not great, and seems to me like this actually... Okay, this actually didn't really go that well, but okay, he just had bad backup. There it is. Now he's 100% going to win. Okay, that was a bad lightning, not a great lightning. But still, overall, he's doing pretty well. He's not really getting hit that hard. Although he can't really dodge these rocks because they're programmed to not be able to dodge them, so that may not go that well, but there it is. Okay, that was a nice, quick, easy victory to start off. Let's just go ahead and go on. This is going to be 100% using just this guy. I'll avoid the cultist over here. This should be able in a couple of swings. Yep, there it is. Overall I think a good faction can beat them, the evil faction in a 1v1, but in general I just think that the evil faction is just a bit better when it comes to dealing with our armies. I mean, look at this. With large groups of enemies, a witch, a Void Tempest deals perfectly, and then we have a Void Monarch over here completely destroying in melee combat. Okay, this is pretty much useless because we don't really have that much money. Okay, this is going to be pretty easy though. Just place a couple of tempest sledges like this. Okay, they choked it a little bit, but they still won. Let's see what we have here. Okay, we just have a couple of bards. This is going to be very easy. Well, not if we jump off the edge. Here, let's go ahead and he already teleports for some reason. Okay, I think this is impossible because we can't really put anything else. That's so weird. That they don't give us so little money. Okay, now we've got those guys again, so shouldn't be that hard. We just place a couple of these guys and a Void Monarch, and that's it. Yeah, see, they actually didn't commit that much friendly fire. I thought we would do a little bit more, but still, we still won this. This is still an easy win. Okay, just like that. Alright, this is another one which we simply cannot win. Right, when we have this ambush, which is not really an ambush, it's pretty easy to see, even if you haven't played the game before. This ambush over here might be a little bit of a better push, but still, it's still halflings. Halflings are largely useless. There it is. We're just cannon fodder training, basically, for this Void Monarch. Although he might kind of choke his aim a little bit, he still win. Yeah, these guys deal like, I don't know, 5-10 points of damage at a time. Yeah, there it is. Okay, keeping pretty good pace so far. Let's go ahead and keep that up with this. Okay, somehow this guy didn't die immediately. After that airstrike, there it is, to take them out. And now, there it is, this spiky girl is gonna take them out. Okay, this might be slightly tricky, but I'm still pretty sure we can do this. This should be enough. These guys can get burned. Avoid Monarch. Okay, that was unexpected. Seems to me like we need to up our game a little bit over here. How about this? Hopefully yeah, see, they fire before these guys jump, but even still they tank the hit. Hopefully the X girl will be able to do this, but they seem to be losing. Oh, I think they might have actually won. Yeah, they won, barely though. Although I think that was, I think I just could have used a little bit of a better strategy, but still. There it is. Okay, this is just an easy one. Let's just go ahead and select all of these guys. Actually, no. Let's have this lineup. They might actually lose, but it will still be fun to see. Let's go. My two Void Monarchs are transforming. They're hitting. Although the scythes, the harvesters do have a lot of health. They're actually pretty deadly. However, they still, I think, are about to lose. Yeah, and the problem with them is they can get stuck on this, on objects a lot, which obviously is not very good, and there it is, a victory. Okay, this is another fun one. Usually you can just throw a bomb, but right now I'll probably just use something like this. There it is. Complete and total annihilation. Overall, I do have to say that the evil faction just looks cooler, I think, than the good faction. I think that's just reality over here. Okay, we need the Void Monarch to 1v1 the King, because the King is 100% going to destroy this witch. So this Void Monarch is going to be absolutely needed over here. Okay, I think he dodged that shot, and he missed that shot. Okay, the King is getting double teamed. Ooh, okay, that was a down strike, pretty cool. Okay, we have a chosen one. This is another easy one, just send in a bunch of Shadow Walkers. Will completely annihilate this guy. Hold on a second, why isn't... Okay, there he is, he's dead. Shadow Walkers are actually pretty good units. Even though they can be kind of tricky to use because they can sometimes follow the map if units are standing right on the edge, they are still pretty good units overall. Far better than the fist guys from the good faction. Okay, this is heavy hitters, and our relatively easy one. I'd say I'll just go ahead and use this lineup. This should be somewhat okay, although this Void Monarch might actually go down. I might have underestimated him a little bit. This might not be that great for us, especially because there is a King amongst them, and a King is a melee specialist, and I don't think our odds of survival are that high. Okay, maybe we can use some superior evasion tactics. Yeah, no. Okay, that strategy didn't work. Maybe we can try something else. Like, how about we try this? Maybe this, something like this can work. Okay, we're getting kind of annihilated. Okay, this seems to be like actually a kind of hard level over here, which is surprising to hear considering yeah, okay, that really wasn't going anywhere. Strange to see that such a hard level comes up pretty early over here. Let's try something like this. I still think that the Void Monarch is very necessary to achieve this victory. I think without him, most of the plans will fail. Well, actually, we haven't still used the secret unit, which is part of the evil faction. Technically it's not, but it kind of is. It's just a secret unit. There's also one for the good faction too. Yeah, I think we might need to use that one. Let's see what we have here. It's Solar Architect. No. It's the Infernal Whip. I think this will help out a lot. Honestly, I think we might actually pull this off on their own. Yeah, if we just put them right over here. Like right over here. And when we go back to the evil faction and put a Shadow Walker, I think this will work out pretty well. Yeah, okay, I think this is going alright. This is going alrighty. Okay, we are getting pretty cooked right now. Not gonna lie, this is not going that great. Actually, this is going pretty alright. Okay, we might have not won this if I didn't take control of a unit, but I think we'll count that. I think that is okay so far. Okay, now we actually have some money to deal with these guys. It's going to be pretty easy. Boom, these guys instantly got in their face over here. And instantly are about to really destroy these guys. Yeah, come on. There it is, I boosted him. See, that guy is 100% dead. Okay, let's be honest, this is pretty much a victory in itself. Like, let's be honest, what are these guys going to do here? Like, okay, I tried to boost the platform, but it didn't work. Okay, anyway, we'll probably already win that. Not like you in a battle. Right, this is what the Shadow Walkers actually thrive at. Like, let's just go ahead and place a bunch of the Shadow Walkers over here. This is going to be like an instant win. See, they spread themselves out a little bit over here, and now in mere seconds they completely destroyed the entire army. There's like no way the catapults win this. Only if like the Shadow Walkers all group up in one single cluster, which they very rarely do. So this is an average easy victory. A good faction doesn't really have that good of a unit which gets through to ranged units. They only have like the Celestial Aegis, which is actually a pretty good unit, but still I think that overall it's just evil faction is a little bit better in that aspect. Although I think the final boss, if we're talking about purely the final boss, the Chronomancer, the boss of a good faction, is a lot better. And the tribal chief people over here are getting completely destroyed 100%. Yeah, there it is. Alright, this is a nice speedrun going on out here. Hoplite. Absolute ambush. This is pretty interesting that people actually fall for this, because this is pretty easy to avoid if you know what you're doing. Yeah, let's just go ahead and place this. This is an easy victory. Perfect. Right, the witch got a nice hit off. A witch might die here, but the witch isn't really important. All which is really needed is a Void Monarch. He's the actual fighting force here. The Tempest Witch is pretty much just a discretion. Here, and the Void Monarch is pretty much styling in them. There's really not that many people which can defeat him. Right, this is another easy one. All we have to do here is place a couple of these guys and let's say a Deathbringer and a Mad Mechanic. Void Monarchs pretty much solo these guys. Not very big of a fight. The Mammoths can be sometimes be formidable, but not good when going up against Void Monarch. He's pretty big compared to them. He's kind of even riding them. Yeah, these two are pretty much dead. There's only this one guy left. He's getting cut up. And there's this one Mammoth which is over here. Yeah, let's just go ahead and take a little bit of a shortcut if we can. Okay, come on, there it is. Go in there to get him. Yeah, the fact that he can teleport too is pretty big against ranged units. Because he can approach them from different angles and just teleport to their position instead of walking. This is also another easy one. Let's just go ahead and put a couple of these guys over there. Even a Deathbringer, because I think a Deathbringer will help exterminate them. And let's do a Tempest Sledge because it will help us clear out any stragglers. Yeah, the Tempest Sledge is perfectly fine. The catapult is dead. There's only 1 or 2 catapults left because these guys are totally destroyed. Yeah, there's like, yeah, only this catapult left. And it almost got a kill. It was about to, but it got struck by lightning. Okay, nice victory. Okay, this is another one we can't really win. Okay, this is probably going to be the final battle for today, and this is a pretty easy one, although it might give us a little bit of a challenge. Let's just go ahead and put a couple of these guys over here. And a Tempest Sledge. And Shadow Walkers. Because why not? Yeah, this is 100% going to be a victory. The witches might take out a couple of them, and there it is. With a burning. I must say the mad mechanics are not that great of a unit, but they're an okay unit. They can get the job done. And there it is. I think this is going to be the end for today. If you enjoyed it, like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.